And here we go. Welcome you guys to another episode of In Tune with T Mill. I'm your host T Mill, live from the Rocket City. I got the feedback going in my ear. It sounds crazy. Alright, but you will now be encouraged and entertained. Nothing will change until you change something. We're going to change the status quo. I've got a very special guest that is changing the status quo, and we're going to talk about how she is doing that exactly in the world of entertainment, in the world of business, in the world of marketing, in the world of promotion, which promotion is marketing. All right, so make sure you guys are live, make sure you guys are tuned in, make sure you guys, wherever you're listening at, that you got your pencils out, you got your notes out, relax, take some notes, get you a drink, kick your feet up, and we're going to get this thing going in. All right, so all of you listening live or watching live on Facebook, really appreciate it. We got the live feed going on Chenequa's, and we got the live feed going on In Tune with T Mill. And I just told you guys who the guest was. So I wanted to bring this young woman in because this isn't the first interview, but a lot's changed since the first interview. You've come a long way since the first interview. And that's a good thing because it's good to see. You all know those people that you see them 3-4 years later and they're in the same place. God bless them. But we want to see people progress and we want to see people grow. Right. And I think since the last interview that we've all grown. You know, we've all evolved into different places, and we're continuing to evolve. We're not settled, and we're not settling for these places that we're in, but we're trying to grow and we're trying to get bigger. So our guest today is definitely changing the status quo. She is a businesswoman. She is an entrepreneur. Her experiences are something that you should take note of. You should learn from her mistakes. Take advantage of the notes that she gives you. Everyone, I want y'all to welcome our guest, Miss Chenequa Farrar, in the building. Yeah, the presidential wave. Yeah. There you go, the presidential wave, man. Talk about presidential. Yeah. Well, we can do a lot better than what we got now. Hallelujah. All right. So, Chenequa, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm blessed.
All right. It is. So it's a cool, cold, rainy day outside. Make sure y'all are driving safe. It ain't cold. It ain't cold. It's warm in here. It's hot.
It's cool. No,
see, y'all so cold. Y'all so cool.
We iceberg cold.
See, y'all icy. I'm burning up.
Yeah.
Iceberg. And y'all know I can't do this by myself, man. I had to bring in some professionals. Shout out to the crew. Normally you guys would see Marcus Sims, also Vonda. Now, let me tell you what happened last week. I don't know if you listened to the show. So, at this same point last week, Marcus Sims, he said, I didn't say it, but he said, oh, T Mill, we don't need them to do the show. We don't need Vonda and JQ this week. So now you here today.
Marcus.
It's payback.
No worries. So, Marcus, you're supposed to have been here though.
Right.
And Vonda.
Yeah. And Vonda.
What?
Yeah.
So that's all right. We got each other's back.
Marcus, matter of fact, last week your specific words were the men can handle it this week. Yeah. And now he done left me all by myself.
Left you by
and I've got a room full of women, which ain't a complaint.
We ain't gonna eat you up and throw you and spit you out.
Okay, I appreciate that.
You know,
I appreciate
you
that.
Homie, I can't do you like that.
I appreciate that.
She might maybe
not gonna do it.
I appreciate that.
Since day one.
I see.
And the Lord blessed me with a great wife, so hopefully she have her back and pull me out.
She ain't paying attention.
She over there doing that, just making sure.
That way she could claim innocent. I didn't hear what they were talking about. I don't know what. Yeah. Okay, but I couldn't do this by myself, man. So I had to bring the show producer, of course, my co-host and show producer, Miss JQ with Sunshine Enterprises in the building. You know, can't do this by myself. All right, so we're talking with Chenequa, and for those of y'all that don't know, and for those that are listening for the first time, because I could tell people who Chenequa is, but we'd be here all night. So I want you to give the summed up version, the Cliff Notes version of who Chenequa is.
Well,
Word.
Chenequa is a little country girl from Athens, Alabama. All right, let me get my point.
First of all, you came in from Athens.
I'm
you know
from
what I'm saying?
Athens. Yeah.
And a lot of
Start
y'all,
off.
you know what I'm saying? You came in from Athens representing Athens, and a lot of y'all can't get here on time from Huntsville, and y'all stay right. We at the
Wait,
Mega
I live in
Conservatory.
Huntsville. I just had to go there.
Okay,
Oh,
gotcha.
okay.
Cool, cool. But I was trying to set it up to, big you up.
Okay.
But she drove in from Athens,
I
and then she's, in Huntsville. But who is Chenequa?
I'm a single parent of 2. I work all the time. I have multiple jobs. Y'all see me post them. I'm just a cool, outgoing, passionate person that love life.
That's what I'm talking about.
Simple as that. When I do stuff, I give 100%.
Absolutely.
1,000%, not 100.
And I love your humbleness, your humility,
Thank you.
but you work hard.
I do.
You work hard. You hustle from the. I don't know if you sleep. You might be. I don't know.
People ask me that all the time. I do sleep. That's why I was late today.
When do you sleep? No, check this out. Okay,
I slept 3 times a day. It ain't even 24.
check this out because I thought I didn't get sleep. But here's the thing. Okay, so if I'm up and let's say I might
You be up early though.
But see, here's the thing. When I'm up early, you still up.
Don't play me like
And then
that.
when I go to sleep, you still up.
How you know I'm up?
And then when I
You
wake
peeping in
up,
my window?
when I wake up, Chenequa is doing something. And I'm sure you do sleep, but
I do
you
sleep.
get it in. Like, you really do.
Well,
you get
you
it
know
in.
what? When you passionate about something, sleep gonna come. People tell me, you need to sleep, you need to rest, you need to sleep. But, I be wanting to get it done. I be want to go head first, boom, just go ahead and get it done.
Because whether I see you, working with an artist or working on an event, doing a fashion event, or okay, we're gonna get into that.
Oh,
we're gonna get
okay,
into that. We're
okay.
gonna get into that.
Okay.
But when you were doing that and then doing events, fashion shows, promotions, club events, and everything that you're doing, and then you're also supporting your kids and then doing things for your kids and then traveling all over the world. You're a basketball mom. Basketball moms got to travel here, there, and everywhere around the world on the road, and you're still able to do the things that you love and the things that you're passionate about.
Yeah.
So,
When God give you a gift, you know what I'm saying, you got to use it. So, I could be using my gift to do stuff that could be negative, but I try not to live my life in a negative aspect. I try to live it, to the best of my ability to be a positive person. Sometimes, the devil have to play his part too, but I try to definitely do what I can. I help churches, I help the basketball, I help whoever needs help, whoever wants my help, most of the time I don't charge anybody, but people normally pay me, what I'm saying? Because I love what I do, because at the end of the day, if something was to happen to me, Lord forbid, I want them to say, she did what she could do. She did God's work.
she did everything she could do.
Now, don't get me wrong now. I ain't holier than thou.
Hey, yeah, right?
Right.
But I do what I can to have that light in me. I let the little light shine in me.
Hey, people in the Bible got gangster a couple times, and
They
Lord knows
did.
Chenequa can get a little
They
gangster,
did.
So shout out
They read it.
when you have to, when you have to. I mean, there's sometimes when you have to do that, when you have to, defend your ground or stand up for yourself. It's not even, stepping outside of yourself or doing anything crazy. It's standing up for yourself.
Right.
So when you need to, we were just talking about that last week with our last guest with Word Express and talking about having a sense of being meek.
Right,
and
right.
people not taking that meekness for weakness and saying, all right, me and meek don't mean you got to just shut up and move out the way. Nah, you got to stand up for yourself and be a force, to be reckoned with in that sense.
Well, the Bible says we are all, created as well to be warriors.
Wow.
And if you're a warrior is intended to fight. They're intended for battle. They are created in order to war and to stand up and to be able to defend the home territory.
Yeah.
So if we all have some type of warrior in us, we were created at some point. We're gonna have to fight something.
Yeah,
that's warrior's a good. That's a good. I don't know what the title of the word is, but it's a good whatever noun, adverb, adjective, whatever it's supposed to be. That's a good word to describe what you do in a sense that you fight. You know, you stand up for something that you believe in, and you fight for that, and then you also fight for others, whether it be for a cause. Hey, this is right, or I don't think this is right. This is wrong. You know, whatever it is. If it's something that's close to you, or if it's just whatever. If you find it in your heart to say, okay, this is right or wrong, you're gonna stand up for that and not be swayed one way or the other.
Right, but people gonna do like they always say, and everybody knows that. People gonna talk about you when you're doing bad. People gonna talk about you when you're doing good. It's up to you to make.
If people ain't talking about you, then you got a problem.
Yeah.
Then you got a problem. So be glad they talking about you.
Thank y'all for talking about me.
Right. Your haters are fans in denial.
Yeah.
You know, homegirl told me that.
I could tell you from last year to where I am right now, I got to say, just big shout out to Circle of Winners. That's my family. I love them
Circle of Winners.
To death, because last year, I'm telling you, I would snap. Anytime somebody say something, boy, I take it to Facebook. But then I had to sit back and just say, okay, let me just, they was like, sometimes everything you do don't have to have a reaction to it.
Don't have to have a reaction, yeah.
And I was just like, I said, no, ain't nobody gonna talk about me. I'm like, then I sit back, I was like,
you know how I knew when you did something big? When that post would come.
Yes.
Because it was almost like as soon as you did something on top notch, and I might have missed it or just, hadn't heard about it quite yet or didn't know exactly what was going on.
Right.
There would be somebody coming out talking sideways a little bit or doing whatever. And then I see you come take their head off. And I'm like, okay, what's going on?
Yeah.
And it was almost either those tests or, something to say, okay, when you're getting, and not to say, and again, humbly, when you're doing work, when you're doing your work and you're doing it right and you're being successful. And not successful in the sense that you're just making buku's crazy amount of money, but you're doing something and it works. Right. Whether that be by an inch or a mile, it worked. Yeah. And then the wolves will come out. And I'm like, man, why are y'all so mad? Why, what's going on? And people would just come sideways. So about that, because again, you did mention that, talking with Circle of Winners, they would say, all right, everything don't need a reaction. Right. And again, also, that in a sense, by not reacting gives that person, the power. Yeah. And not reacting, in a sense, then that's the power, to restrain, because not everything needs a reaction. Yeah. Because people don't have power over you until you react to something.
Yeah, that's true.
But at the same time, when we were talking about being meek, there are certain things, and if they start to affect, your family, your friends, your business, your character, your identity, then those are things that need to be addressed. Right. And not to go all the way back into that, we don't have to go into specifics, but once those things were taking place, and I know everybody would get either upset or they would say, okay, I know how most people would react. Right. But it's not like you got out of character with it. You know what I'm saying? So when you did react, it's not because I mean, out of character like ratchet, or out of character like you calling names, or you just spitting out alternative facts. Yeah. You would put the facts out there, and it's not necessarily jumping out the window, but you would go and take some heads off.
Right.
But I know that most people would reply with their emotions and just start calling names, whatever, and you didn't do that. Right. But how did that take us through that, and how that
the emotion?
Yeah.
I mean, as far as that, that's dead to me now. But I had to realize, who I was. You know what I'm saying? Like I got 5,000 Facebook friends. So you got
at least 4,000 gonna be.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when you got ministers, you got family, you got kids. I got kids watching me. I got, what I'm saying? I can't give them that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want them to feel like every time you do that, you have to give them a reaction. So I had to step back on that. So I'm learning. I have fully recovered from you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I may, slip a little bit, but
just a little jab to the cheek.
But it's growth. You know what I'm saying? It's growth. Like, I think every year I'm transitioning and I'm changing to something a little bit better, because every year I'm getting older.
And how what and correct me if I'm wrong, but You know how I know that you're doing it and you're doing it right? Because you're winning. You know what I'm saying? And you're still, it hasn't set you back.
Right.
And it hasn't put you in a place to where, let's be honest. I mean, we could look at certain things, or and this could be anybody. It doesn't have to be anybody local or on a mainstream pedestal.
Right.
You can sort of sit back and tell when people are on the right track.
Right.
You know, if you sit back from an objective standpoint and could say, this person look like they're on the right track. You know, or this person looks like they're in a good place. We always say this person's in a good place. You go to Sierra's Instagram. Sierra's in the best place in the world because she's just all on top of the world, happy as all can be because she's in a good place. Like she feels good. So when people are in a good place, when people are, and it's consistent, when you see it over a course of time, not for a week or for a season, but when you see it over a course of time, you say, you know what? You know, not to say that they got the best life, but they seem like they're doing okay, and they're winning. You know, so to speak.
Right. I mean, you know, I tell you, I done took some losses, but you know, the losses helped me go to the game. See, a lot of stuff, you know, people may not know about me because I don't put it all out there. You know what I'm saying? So, but at the same time, I do what I can as far as you know, where I'm at with life. So, I mean, I'm gonna tell you, I never would have thought this would be me. Period.
Wow.
At all. I'm supposed to be. I don't even know what I was supposed to do. I don't know. I think I said I wanted to be a lawyer when I graduated. Okay. But I didn't make it there.
Okay. I mean, you still sort of, you know, maneuvering and negotiating and, you know, settling.
I ain't no lawyer.
You know, you're no lawyer though. But
now I might have people with some cases and stuff. You know,
right.
You know, I ain't no lawyer.
And the chapter on, you know, the book of Chenequa is still being written.
It is.
You know, so before we get any further along, what does Chenequa do? Because in my mind, Chenequa does A, B, C, D through K. You know, just a lot. But what
Chenequa
I think
is all over the place.
Right.
Well,
right.
you know, no.
I won't say all over the place. It is consistent.
It was because I guess I was trying to find myself. You know, shout out to my cousin Clover. I always have to tell this story. He pulled me in there. I don't know how. It started out with my best friend Ashley.
Okay.
Ashley Gilbert, shout out to her with I'm Bossy. So it started from there. Then it went from LMG, and then it went from LMG to me doing the modeling thing. That's why I met you. And then it went from, I was just still trying to remain consistent because I like doing it. And then it went from me doing that to doing open mics. And then from me doing open mics to me doing, who calling me? Then it went from me doing open mics to doing this, you know, just doing what I'm doing now with help of being.
What are you doing now?
Yeah. Well, right now, I'm still working my full-time job, and with me working my full-time job, I am helping Biz and Nate with 3208. So that's my main thing now.
Yeah.
So as I said, I have retired from the music industry right now at this point.
And let me ask you this, because now, as for the people that are wondering, what was it? Okay, so was the retirement sort of something that?
Am I too young to retire?
No. Not at all. I mean, you're only 18. You can retire at 18.
Oh, okay. Well.
So, for the music, was it a conscious decision to say, okay, I'm going to stop with this, or what was the reason for the retirement with the music?
Well, it was more so of, I mean, I've done a lot of, I dealt with a lot of artists or whatnot, and it was just, me personally, I think with all my artists, we had a great run. You know, I love them to death, you know, as far as that, I feel like, you know, we're all family. But at a point, I feel like I could only get you at a certain level in your position. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I was more like, I feel like I could give you the promotion that you needed, but I tried to do what I could, and I think I had a lot of my hands full because I was trying to do this, I was trying to do that, but you know, as far as that, I just feel like that's who made me being in the music industry. That's what made who Chenequa was. But I just felt like, you know, after so long, you know, as far as that, I had a lot of great artists. They still are artists today. I still support them. But I feel like, you know, with the executive decision on both situations, on both the artist and me, you know, us parting ways was the best decision for each one. And all of them are doing great.
Right.
So, you know, as far as that, they know they can call Chenequa anytime, pick up the phone and, hey, what's up, what you need.
Right.
And I respect it, and I'm glad that they are in a situation to where they're learning, you know, because, you know, you got to be able to build off what you know and be able to move forward. So, but after the Guap Boys, I kind of decided I didn't want to do it anymore. I just felt like, you know, I wanted to really do something for Chenequa, because I always would do for everybody else, but I couldn't give them, I felt like I wasn't giving them 100% as what they deserve, with all the artists.
Right.
So, but also, you know, with that, it was just, I don't know, it was just timing.
I think if you look at, you know, a lot of entrepreneurs or a lot of people that build these huge empires, if you go back and look at their stories and look at the things that they've built, they've built more companies than you can even think about, and we don't see that. And we sort of think that whatever the one that we see at the time was the one that they started from, and it's like, no, they built, tore down, built, tore down, built, tore down, and just over and over and over again. And they'll continue to do that to where, you know, they may keep a corporation going and then they may tear it down and build something up. So I think that's sort of the sign of a mogul, you know, of someone that has the ability. Okay, you can build a castle, but can you build a house?
Right.
Okay, you can build a house, but can you build a car? You can build a car, but can you build a city? You know, whatever. And so by you doing that and going through all these different, these are phases, you know, and you're building companies, you're building brands, you're building businesses. I mean, it's just a testament to what you can do, because some people, they don't know how to bounce back or how to start over or how to pursue their interests. They may want to do these other things but think, oh, well, I don't know anything about that, so I'm just going to stay where I am. You need to pursue and do these different things. So that's good. So tell us, so what you're doing now, you know, with 3208 and, you know, also building, you know, your brand, and I see you still doing the fashion shows and the fundraisers for the kids, and the fashion shows are looking lit. Like, the fashion shows are looking every year. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're looking, man, woo! All right, y'all better get with Chenequa right now, because them tickets might start getting a little pricey,
I'm
man.
a reasonable fashion show person. Nah, I mean, well, the fashion shows and the fundraisers and stuff, that's something that I'm passionate about, because, you know,
I can tell.
As far as that, I do it for mostly. I love doing it for the kids. Y'all grown folks. Oh, Lord help me, little. The kids, they listen.
That's right. They don't think they know everything.
Man, I'm telling you, I have to talk about the last fashion show I did, because I felt like that was that set the tone for a lot of what I could do. When I did the Lee High School basketball fundraiser, full court dress basketball fundraiser basketball, I think we raised almost $700, $800.
Nice.
Just people just donating and stuff like that. I didn't count the money. I gave it to Coach Silas, so I don't know how much it was, to be honest, every time. But it was just, I really, really appreciate just people just reaching out to me and wanting to donate. People donate $200, $100, $150, or how many tickets, you know, stuff like that. That made me feel good, because, like, I wanted to do something, you know, as far as my daughter now is in the Huntsville City School. This is her first year into being at Lee High School, and you know, and it's something different from going from a county school to a high school, a city school. You know, especially a big one. You know, that's 2 to 3 times bigger than what she was normally going to. So, you know, just meeting up with the different people, I know the fees and stuff over here were a little bit costly. than what it would normally be. And I know I'm a single parent mother. You know, people think I got money, but I'm broke. But
that's what all millionaires say. They always say they're broke.
So it, you know, I've seen the girls, and you know, as far as that, I've seen some of the parents, you know. And I don't always go to the practices. I don't always go to the game. Well, I'm at the majority.
I think you have the majority of them, because I'm like, yo, I don't know how you sleep. I just seen you finish the fashion show and the K. Michelle event or whatever, and then you up in the morning at church, and then you doing the basketball game in the afternoon.
Man,
all that.
Sometimes my body tell me, hey, Chenequa, you can't do it no more. But I took on that. I took a whole basketball team and made them into models.
Nice.
In 2 months. And when I tell you that was a task, oh my God, I promise you, I probably walked out on them practice 2 or 3 times. But I got to give it to them, because they would go to basketball practice for 2 hours and then come over here to fashion show practice for 2 more hours. So it was like, you know, we had 5 hours, you know, but like I always
did you cry when you seen them at the fashion show? Did you get a little teary eyed?
I didn't cry. That made it, you know what? I felt so good about the show, because everything that I could possibly say went right. Went right from the start to finish. I've been doing fashion shows for the past since 2012. I've never experienced a fashion show that went from start to finish perfect.
Nice.
You know, and from the designers, even though we had to change the date of it.
I was gonna say, because wasn't it? It was
the week.
Something happened, and then
the school.
You had the.
You know, we had the invisible snow that.
The snow that never came. Right.
Yeah,
so the fact that you were able to still pull that together, you know, move the date, because people just thinking ahead. All right, I'm gonna move the date.
But they donated money.
Right.
So they were just like, well, we just donate the money or whatever. But we still had a good buzz about it. And when I tell you, they transitioned into being basketball players to models, I was just like, oh my God, just looking at it. And still today, my whole point of it was trying to get them to build their self-confidence up, build, you know, who they are, because some of them didn't know who they were.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Some of them are lost, some of them, but now they find themselves, and still today they're asking, when we going to do another fashion show this year? I'm like, wait a minute. We just got done with this one. But I liked it, because now they know who they was. And when they seen the pictures, they fell in love with them, because they were just like, wow, I didn't know I could put makeup on. So you had makeup done for the makeup artists coming in, sponsoring time to do makeup.
Wow.
The artists, the designers coming in there. Some of them gave them clothes. You know, and then getting their hair done. You value that almost $200 just with one
person.
And they at first they didn't know what I was talking about. As far as when I tell you, you gotta be more respectful and appreciative. I was like, because these people are taking time to coming in and doing this, you know, for you. But as they got
when they saw they could probably
with their hair done and their makeup done, they was all in the picture, like,
snap.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but you know, it made me feel good, because I helped change their perspective about it, you know. And I told them, as long as I'm able to live, we'll do this show every year. So this was the first year. So the second year gonna always be better. Yeah.
All right, so y'all hear it, you know, the next year we're gonna need 1,400. You know, we're gonna need a little more, you know, to get in there, bigger sponsors. I don't know if it's the same way for ladies, but you know, at least for fellas, on Friday you go get your hair cut or you go get your fresh cut, and you walk out and you got the oil sheen on your head, and you got your car smelling right. You got to wash your car on the day you get your hair cut. You just got to. You got to have you a fresh outfit. You know, you got to. And you got to have a fresh outfit. You got to have you some clean socks. Well, you always got to have clean socks and drawers. But you got to have the white socks or the clean, super clean socks, and you got to be all right. So is it the same when the ladies get their hair done, they get their fashion on, and they get... So I think the girls...
Every day. I get up. Me too. Because she fine.
But even still, I have to put myself on and think about it and get good and nice and feel good about myself
when you
every
go to
day.
Walmart, you got to know
Every day.
Like
I think that's a sign of loving yourself.
Yeah.
Because when you love yourself and you have confidence in yourself, you want your presentation to be well, no matter where you are.
That's
and
true.
well doesn't mean you look like you stepped out of, the makeup artist and the hairdresser.
Yeah. Right.
But you're put together. You don't look like a slouch.
Yeah.
It doesn't even mean you match, because I'm Punky Brewster all day long.
Yeah.
But I'm well.
Is that because you got
together.
the Punky Brewster bracelet?
No, I love
Just
colors,
different
patterns and different things together.
Well, I mean, because I can't imagine. Well, I can't imagine. Which is the reason why I brought up the example of. I equate that to maybe how the girls felt once they saw themselves looking like that. They was like, "Hey, man, I'm good today."
They went from being tomboys to walking.
Girl,
I was like, I didn't even know y'all had all that.
Right.
But the clothes matched their personality though. So you know what I'm saying? As they was just like they kind of knew who they was, and it was really,
and
they can look at them pictures forever, to go back and keep that as a moment in time, as a
just
memento.
The crowd, the parents that was there. Some of them said, "I didn't even know my child looked like that." But it was great. I feel like Huntsville really came out and supported, like food wise. Timmy Lee Munchies,
man. Shout out to Munchies, man. I need Munchies. Tim. J.O. man, Johnson. I need you to support.
Let me tell you, Tim and Lee came through. I told him, I said, look, I just need you to do a little dish. This man came in there with some turnip green, macaroni and cheese, chicken. They was like...
some beans, greens, potatoes, and tomatoes.
I was like, okay. But he sponsored that, though.
Yeah.
He sponsored that food. And it was just like, they was telling their parents, Mama, man, we think we was just gonna have finger food. We had a whole dinner.
Mama, I don't get this good food at home.
A whole dinner. But that, it was great. It was great. I couldn't, and now I can't sleep on my back to school event now. After day one, they come through. They gonna always come through. It was just, I guess because I only did a certain age group. When I do with Athens, it's 3 it's big, it's bigger, but it's always a turn up over there.
Right.
Athens show up, they show up and show out, so it don't matter if it's rain, sleet or snow, they gonna be at their show.
Wow.
But I can imagine for you as a fashion show producer, because you do it on different scales, different levels, and different arenas, that no matter where you do it at, to know that people come out and support your event, support what you're doing, and give to the community of people that you're helping.
Right.
That's got to feel good as a producer, because you give that. And like you said, it's your passion. So when other people support your passion, and that passion helps to lift youth up or other people up, it's got to feel good for you too.
It does.
No matter what scale or how big or small it is,
Right.
to know that people support you, it's got to feel good for you too.
With my Athens show, I've had models that have been with me since they was 5, 6 years old, and now they're pursuing modeling. I've had some that are pursuing modeling now, as well. So like with Jordan Hudson, and Robert and all of them, they are pursuing modeling now. Just them being a part of my show,
Right.
So that's really a great situation on there, because I'm not on no runway big scale. I don't,
Oh, you on the runway every day. This the runway of life.
Modeling is not my passion, but giving away. But fashion I like. Sometimes I be like, well, they might go together. People like, girl, you rocking that. I'm like, this is a.
Well, in this sense, you are a model. You are a model of, a role model. You know what I'm saying? A woman, a black woman, a mother, a human being.
Right.
Above all, it's just a human being to get out and do something. And as I always say, you guys, and this is that point in the show, y'all know what I tell y'all, you got no excuse. I mean, you have no excuse at the end of the day.
Right.
You can make an excuse, but at the end of the day, there's no excuse.
Right.
And I'm talking to the guys and girls out there that are thinking, oh well, I got kids, I can't do this. Oh, I got this job, I can't do that. Oh, I haven't went to school for marketing and promotion, I can't do this.
I used to be like this.
You know what I'm saying?
I used to be like
what got
this.
you out of that then? What what sort of
walking out, just doing this, just stepping out. I used to have an excuse for, hey, I can't do it. I ain't got no. Now I just do it. If I set my mind on doing something, I'm gonna do it.
But what was that one? Because I seem to think, and I could be wrong. Y'all let me know. I think what gives us that, because everybody's got that fear, of getting started or trying something new or trying something they have no idea how to do it. But I think once there's a point that happens that you say, oh, that gives you that confidence,
right.
And it sort of gives you not necessarily a sense of a boldness, I guess, to say, okay, I'm going to try this. If I did this, I'm going to try this. And then, I can do that. I'm going to try this one here, and I'm going to keep going. So I think there's something that just clicks or something that happens that gives you that confidence or gives you that the fuel that you need to do it. Was that something that happened with you, or does that something that makes sense?
I don't like disappointment or failure.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, just coming from, and to be honest, when I was growing up, I always felt like I wasn't good enough. I didn't shine like I was supposed to, being a A and B student, and just doing what I was supposed to, and and have been told that I wasn't gonna be nothing, and to be honest, I feel like the support of my family is not there, but that pushes me more, because as long as my 2 kids understand what I got going on, I don't care, but I feel like, I could be out here doing something else. Like, I could be out here, I could have been a stripper, I could have been homeless, I could have been whatever, in life, but I chose a different path. Even though I didn't finish college, I still didn't let that, hinder me working at a fast. Now, don't get me wrong, working at a fast food restaurant, ain't nothing wrong with that. But I have a job where I'm comfortable with, and as far as that, and get income and stuff like that, and get benefits and things, going through a lot of things that kind of hindered me or didn't. I kind of took on initiative to do a lot of stuff after my divorce. So when I went,
you were married.
Yeah, I was married. Let's move on from that topic.
Move on. That'll be on the next show.
No, we didn't talk about that. But that helped me find myself too, because I did. From there I moved over here to Huntsville, and I was a single parent, didn't really know what to do. So I ended up working at the nightclub. That's when the horses opened it back up.
Oh, man.
When it opened back up, that was my first job. Ron Jeffries gave me my first job there.
Shout out
and
to
I
the
was there
horse,
making
man.
money. So now, from then on, I knew how to work 2 jobs at the same time, working full-time, 8 hours at DirecTV, come home on Wednesday night, go to work at 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock at the horse, and then getting up, get my kids ready for school. Like, I was doing that. Yeah. That's what I did.
Man, it's some women out there and men that don't work a job and can't get their kids up to go to school. Jesus Christ.
It's a job.
Because they depend on the government. That's a whole nother situation.
Man. Okay, so those of you guys that are listening, make sure you guys, if you have any questions, make sure you leave them in the chat room, or if you're listening live, that you guys can throw some questions in the chat room.
Throw them in there. I'm going to throw them back.
Put all the questions in there, because we're going to get some of these questions answered. I know some of y'all been wanting to ask her. And keep it respectful. Y'all come talking out the side of your neck, then we might just call y'all, put you on Front Street. That's because what you want. We ain't going to do that. So, if you guys have any questions, make sure you drop them in the chat room. And we're talking with Chenequa. Now, you got to tell me how to say this name right, because I always say it wrong. Farrar. See, I was going to say Farrar. I don't know why I put 3, 4 R's on it. Farrar. All right. So, we're talking with Chenequa Farrar, and we're talking about just, how it is, to be, again, chasing your dreams. And not only chasing your dreams, but pursuing your dreams and making your dreams come successful, being successful, and not taking no for an answer. You mentioned something earlier, and I thought about, which brought me to the next point, that for those that are out there, and you mentioned not finishing college. Well, you're finishing life college.
Yeah.
You're getting all this information and all this experience hands on.
Right.
People go to school for what you do, and not to knock the people that go to school and that go to college to do this, because all of us can't afford $50,000 in the hole. You know, all of us can't afford a scholarship, and some of us, we just don't make it to that point.
Right.
And if we do, life happens, whatever happens, we're not able to finish. But I think anyone in college or anyone that graduates will tell you that hands-on experience, and once you actually get in the field, they can't teach that in school.
Right.
So, I mean, no matter what school that they went to, case in point at Maitland Conservatory, there's things that you're going to learn here that you're not going to learn at Full Sail. You're not going to learn at Sony Entertainment, because you got to be hands-on. So you're finishing college, but hands-on.
Right.
And
the
so
schooling helps too, you know, as far as
it does,
get you on that road.
Right.
But also being hands-on and knowing, you know, just going your own way with it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and long as you get to at the end of the day, your answer is the same answer as everybody else. No matter how you got there,
that's right.
That may have been the easier way that you did it, but you still got the same answer.
And in a sense, you may be taking the harder road, because in the sense that in college, they're going to teach you, don't do this, don't do business like this, don't sign this contract, don't do it this way. But because you may not know that, and you do that, and you learn from it, then you can tell them, not only should you not do it, but I'm going to tell you what's going to happen when you do it.
Yeah, not true. I think that people misunderstand the difference between education and academics.
Right.
Education is also includes your experience, because you learn. Education is learning. It's the process of learning. It is not what you learn. Education includes academia. It includes your experience. It includes resources. So, you know, people always say you got to go to college. You got to go to college. That's not true. College is just another resource of education. Right. But there's also Google. There's also life experiences. There's also YouTube. There's also mentoring. There's also internships. There's also hard knocks of life. Those are all forms of education. Different arenas of education that we learn about, you know, whatever we decide to do as our passion, or as our career, just life. So I think education is key, period. Now, the means by which we learn is different for everybody. Some people need college because they can't comprehend necessarily, or they can't activate life skills. But, you know, people like us
activate life skills.
Because I'm a life skills activator, and I went to college. But the things I learned in college, even though I know how to apply them, or I learned the academia, the systems of them, I didn't learn how to apply them until life hit me. Right. Gotcha. You know what I'm saying? But there are some people out there, you know, my sister is a prime example of that person who, she went to school, and every academic thing that she learned, if she didn't have that background of academia, she would not be as successful as she is. And not based on the job that she chose, that is just how she is best able to apply her education.
That's what it is. I mean, everybody learns different. You know, everybody learns from a different way, and we all have different learning styles. You know, and we just have to find out which one of those work best for us, and how do we learn best. So once again, we're talking with Chenequa, and we're talking about these things. And if you guys have any questions, if you're listening to this show, if you're listening to the archive, you happen to miss the live show, listening live on ParadoxEast.com, you guys can leave a question, and I will get it back to her, or I'll point you in the right direction. Now, if you're coming all crazy with it, then nah, because that'd be the first question. Is she single? You know, what type of guys does she like? You know, this, that, and well, you do your homework. We in the age of Google. Don't ask me if she's single. You're asking the wrong person. Google it. Google Bam. Bam. Chenequa, speaking of Google, how can people get in touch with you to, again, if they hear something that that speaks to them, or if they want to get in touch with you to learn more, or they want to get in touch about the fashion show, anything that you got going on, how can they get in touch with you?
Well, you can always call me, 256-374-2059. I don't mind putting my number out there. It's always out there.
That's somebody going to call you for a date.
Hey, I monitor my calls. You can hit me up on Facebook, Chenequa Farrar, Farrar, Chenequa Chenequa. You may not can request me as a friend, but you can inbox.
She got too many friends.
So
gotta knock somebody off the island.
You can snap me, MSFARRAR_2U. That's my snap and my Instagram. So follow me on both.
Right.
Now you can have access to the Instagram and Snap. You can have all access. I have many plus friends I want, but Facebook, it locked and loaded.
Right.
Yeah, I have that issue too.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's right.
What is one? Because I know we were going to talk about this. We were going to do a giveaway. We're still going to do that, and Chenequa's got. We're gonna. I'm gonna tell you guys what we're gonna do because I don't think we got enough people that are going to know this, but they're gonna wish they knew because I'm gonna give them one
What you got up
anyway. But I want to see what's a unique Chenequa. What did I say earlier? What was it? Chenequa unique.
Yeah.
Unique Chenequa.
Unique Chenequa. A unique fact
Chenequa
about
fact.
Chenequa.
I like long walks on the park. No.
No, you don't. You just talked about New York and it was too long walking. You ain't like long walks.
So they not guessing?
Yeah.
They can guess. Okay, if you guys.
Well, I don't know. No, it's up to y'all.
Now y'all could be live because are you still live?
My phone
I'm
went
live.
dead.
We still live right here.
Can you plug
All
me
right.
up?
So yeah. So
then
if
we'll
you
get-
guys are still live, we can do it live now.
It's
we can
up
do
to
it
y'all.
live.
We got
Ask me.
still live.
Ask me the $1 million question.
All right. So is there anybody on here? Let's see. Nobody's responding. Nobody's saying anything.
They
Let's
must
still
have
put it out there.
Hey, still put it out there. It's $20, $20 dinero that we got right here. Chenequa putting the money up.
Yeah. I couldn't come up with nothing else.
It's all good. It's all good. You came up with something.
What is a unique fact?
Don't give them.
No. They gotta come up with something else. You can't use the one that she's telling y'all.
Right.
You can't use this one.
Unique fact, and then what we'll do is we'll have her ask. We'll have them do. No, you can do 3 things that are all 2 are true
And one is false. Okay.
And then we'll let the audience
okay.
answer.
Okay.
And
Okay.
then based
All right.
on that, we'll award a winner. But give us one unique fact
One unique fact.
that somebody may not know about you.
I like to eat out all the time. I don't like to cook. I think people know that.
No domestic quality.
Give me another one.
No.
Cause you don't sleep. So people that don't sleep, they eat out anyway. They ain't got time to cook.
What is a unique fact about me? I think my life is an open book. Let me think.
Oh, come on. You have something that you...
Chenequa, you look like you could fly a plane. If
No,
somebody
but
put you...
Did you see that question on my... I do want to fly. I do want to learn how to fly a plane. I did have
Bomb,
that. I
alright.
did have that as a question like a week
I didn't know that.
ago.
I didn't know
on
that.
my Facebook page. I said, I want... If I want to do something in my life, I wanted to learn how to fly a plane.
You should do it. Real talk. I didn't know
They
that.
said you can go to
You
Calhoun.
can, they got one at Calhoun,
Yeah.
and there's another one. It's somewhere off of South Parkway, but they've actually got them here, and they'll take you through the class, and you can actually learn how to do it.
I want to do that. Like, seriously. And the only reason, I used to be scared of heights.
Mm-hmm.
I did. Like, in heights, oh, Lord, no, you can't, no, Now, my the first time I got on the plane, I thought I was going to cry. I ain't even going to lie. That thing was going off, and I was going like this. I was just like, oh, my God, I'm about to die. Because I always think when you get on a plane, somebody's going to come in there and hijack it. We just going to crash. And like, that's my mindset, honey.
You watch too many Steven Seagal movies.
I watched the movies. No, I watched the news.
percentage of life
You gotta
and
watch the
death on a
news.
plane crash is 3%.
But you know what I hate?
A car, it's 62%.
What they got to stop doing at airports is they got to stop showing news about airline crashes at airports.
They don't.
I don't want to be in the top. No, yeah, they do. Every time I'm
They
in the
do.
airport, I'm
They
looking
just
on the
show the
news. No, but I don't. They need to take that off. They need to cut it off.
You want them
I don't
to
want to
take
be
the
at the
news off.
airport and they talking about a plane crash at the airport. I don't need that.
The second time that I got on, because I've only been on a plane twice. The second time I got on there, the man said, well, y'all can't walk, the pilot. He said, y'all can't walk. We're going to have bad turbulence. I was like, okay, I'm straight. That plane got some rocking and stuff. I said, you ain't got to never worry about me getting on the plane no more. Long as I get to the airline, I don't want no nothing
No
else.
issues,
Man,
huh?
what? I was so scared of my life because it was just, Anyway, I'm going on a plane sometime this year.
I totally
There you
understand
go.
that.
Absolutely, man. If y'all ain't been on the plane, make sure y'all get on the plane, man.
Do it.
And
I
just
suggest
do it.
everyone to get
Yeah,
on
You know what
the
I mean?
I haven't. Well, I can't tell y'all my other unique fact.
Okay, good. That'll be one of those ones where you can do 2 true and 1 false.
Yeah.
And they have to decide.
Okay, I'm gonna know then. Okay.
No, I might change it up.
Okay, so what'd you say? 2 true,
2 true
and 1 false.
and 1 false.
2 true, 1 false.
And so now this is going to be live on the Facebook, and then we'll let them answer after we go
For
live.
$20.
You tell us what the real answer is.
20.
And anybody that gets the answer right, we'll put them all in a pot, and then we'll just pull one name.
Okay.
Out.
We got people. We got viewers.
We got viewers right now.
Hey, viewers.
What up, viewers?
This is Life of Chenequa. I'm gonna have a documentary come out next year.
But they over there live.
Oh, they.
Yeah, they over here live. So let me see. Let's see here.
How many you got on there?
We have 4 people watching live right now.
Okay, 4 people. And we can split this up now.
Oh.
But you know what may happen is some people may go back and watch it. And answer. So when he put the podcast up, we'll put it out there for a little while, maybe a couple days.
There you go, right.
And then once the podcast comes out, we'll air it again. And then based on how many answers we have, we'll put it in a pot and then let it season a little bit. And then the people who get it right, we'll pull one out of the pot and that'll be the winner. So give it to us.
Okay. 2 true.
These are 3 things about Chenequa, and what
false.
you have to decide is which one is the one that is false.
Okay. Let me think. All right. I'm in a relationship. I have 3 kids.
Okay.
And I drive a Porsche.
3 kids in a relationship and drives a Porsche.
If y'all were listening to the show, she already answered 2 of them.
I have?
Yeah.
Thank God for my blessing on my new car.
Word, that's what I'm talking about.
I'm that, yes.
Brand new
Thank
Porsche.
you, Lord.
Thank you, Lord.
Income tax.
Okay.
Yes.
And these facts are true as of today. They may change tomorrow, but we're only counting the truth on
Right.
today.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. You ain't know JQ was a lawyer.
Look, and my income tax came early. I wouldn't put my down payment on there. I ain't even gonna lie, because y'all ain't gonna play me.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. So, any shout outs that you want to give to the people, or any words of wisdom? If there's, again, okay, so you got the stage for the world, and the whole world is watching. I'm talking about the whole world.
The whole
world. I ain't talking about
world.
the United States. I'm talking about the whole world.
The whole world.
Whole world. Even when they ain't got TV and they ain't got, everybody's got internet access now. They got the whole world
Everybody
watching.
know.
So we gonna act like they do.
Okay.
So everybody's got internet access. They watching on everything. Right. If you got the world's attention right now, and something that you would want to tell, something that you would want to share, words of wisdom, or tell people to stop doing, or tell people to start doing, from your experience, Chenequa Farrar, what would that be?
First off, I got to give honor and all praises to God. I have to do that. That's to the beginning and the end. Anything you do, you always put God first. That's what everything. Make sure you stay true to yourself. Never give up. If God bless you with something, that's what you are. That's what He wants you to do. Now, if it's a situation to where you bring people, like He brought in the disciples, and you get people to help, then you know what I'm saying, they have to follow you.
And shout out to Chenequa for work on the last disciples.
Yes, last disciples. Yes, shout out to Duran. But as far as it, never give up. Never allow somebody to take something from you that you're passionate or you want to do. Or as far as inspiring people, always give back. You know, that's and when you give back, don't take it as, oh, I'm giving back to get something out of it.
Get something out of it.
I never ever
give with no expectation.
Give with no expectation. I allow God to, if I want to give $20 more, I'm gonna bless you with it. That's it. No, and I'm not gonna talk about it. I ain't gonna say nothing about it, but just let it be. just, just always keep God first. And, I want to give a shout out to my kids, Kiki and Zaria. They're my hearts and my motivation. They're my babies. That's my world.
I want some WNBA tickets when she make it to the WNBA.
Yeah. She asked me, I don't really do too much. And my kids don't really ask too much. But she asked me, she said, Mama, can I go to an NBA game? I said, you ain't finna get me for no money.
Oh, come on. NBA games easy to do.
No, I already did it.
Oh, there you go.
We're going to the Cleveland
Right.
Cavaliers, Atlanta House.
In Atlanta. I was just going to say in Atlanta. It's easy to do.
Yeah, them tickets were cheap.
Yeah, they are.
I don't think, listen, I don't think I'm going to have to spend some bread.
No, you get the ticket for $35, girl. Well, depending on where you sit, which game they are. Yes, you can. I'm telling you.
I got some tickets for they weren't $35, but I guess it's LeBron.
Okay, that's why I say.
I don't know basketball, so I don't know.
She said, I guess.
I think LeBron, the Atlanta Hawks and LeBron, the Cleveland Cavaliers. So we gonna go there, and I told her happy Valentine's Day.
Nice.
So I'm gonna bless, and we're gonna just make a mother dollar weekend. Yeah.
Do that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And my other baby, she I don't know, she was born on Christmas, so she's
God.
Yeah.
Ooh.
My daughter was born 4 days after Christmas, so I understand that.
You understand the struggle?
Yes, I do. It's a struggle because they want birthday and Christmas. They want separation.
You know what? She's on the 11th, so she don't know.
Oh wow. My daughter started wanting separation at 8. But your daughter has a sister, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See. Oh, she on the child. Yeah,
they tripping.
Yeah. How old is she?
My daughter's 25.
Get JQ.
Hey man. See, I ain't wanted to tell her because JQ only 18. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know why y'all be thinking JQ.
I bet her daughter look just like her. No.
Right, twins. All day.
But I remember, I done seen your daughter before. I seen her before. I seen her. Yeah.
Shout out to the Christmas babies, man.
Yeah. Christmas babies.
No.
Yeah. Your daughters are all the way.
My wife and my daughter's birthday 2 weeks before Christmas.
All the way.
2 weeks ain't nothing.
Ridiculous.
On Christmas, baby.
That's
all
what I'm talking
about.
December the 25th.
Y'all can have
I
it.
was in the hospital with her.
Thank you, baby Jesus.
I know, right? I was hallelujah. It wasn't on Christmas.
Hallelujah.
Man, but the only good thing is I can't have her own separate birthday party. But family always get together anyway.
Yeah,
so it's
so she
more
always
like,
gonna have.
Yeah, she gonna always have somewhat of a party.
That's nice.
Yeah, and I do birthday cakes and all that. And you eating good. You ain't got to worry about the little pizza and stuff. We gonna eat
good.
We gonna eat good Christmas for your birthday, girl. I ain't got to do nothing but get a cake to eat.
It's gonna be all popping.
That's how we do every Christmas. Well, yeah,
we got beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, all that.
Everything. Shoot, don't play with it. Yeah, that's your party.
It's your party. You can parlay if you want to.
Yes.
Speaking of giving back, one question. We all done this. So when you think about giving back with no expectations, and then there's those times where you may be washing your kids' clothes and you find $5 in the dryer.
Oh, yeah.
Or you may be cleaning out your car and you find your own clothes. It could be, I don't care whose clothes it is. You could be at the laundromat and find something in there. What's one of those, where's one of the just craziest places you found money, or just money just popped up, or something that just happened out the blue, where somebody may have paid it forward and paid for your gas, or just something out the random blue. Both of y'all, what's something that's just random? Like a lady paid for my Chick-fil-A meal and it was only $5, but I thought it was the biggest thing in the world. But
I move around a lot, and a lot of I'm always in my car. So this one particular day, I decided I wanted to clean out my trunk of my car, and I found $60 in there.
Yeah,
just cleaning it out, honey.
I'm gonna go clean out my car right now.
But that's just what.
Remember when I left my book bag in your trunk?
It was just right there, like it was just because I put a lot of stuff in my car. I put it in the trunk because I'm always on the go.
Yeah.
I said.
What we
I
do?
was looking around like, shoot, this my money. But I ain't no telling how long that $60
Had
been
been
in
there.
Wow. What about you, Jay?
Be honest with you today.
Okay.
Yeah. No, not money. But I had somebody pay it forward to me
hilarious.
today.
Oh, okay.
You what? What
I
happened?
had a situation with my vehicle, and So I was stuck like Chuck and didn't have a battery on my phone or anything. It was dead because, of course, the cigarette lighter doesn't work either. And so somebody stopped and actually stopped because they didn't think I was stranded. They stopped because they were having an issue with their car, not with their car, with their child in the car. So they kind of just pulled up right behind me, and they wanted to get out on the other side to check on their car. And then she was like, "Hey, are you okay?" And I was like, "Well, my car quit." So she actually drove me to Walmart. I was able to use the phone, wait for my dad, and I was like, "Wow, it was really."
That's what I'm talking about, man. That's what I'm talking about. Blessings on blessings.
Got me some water, so she bought me some water. It was really cool.
It's really good people out here in the world.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like everybody's not bad,
right?
Because that's how the world thinks everybody is bad. But dude, with social media and everything, it just paints this ugly picture.
If you're one of them people that say everybody in the world is bad, it's probably because you one of them.
Yeah.
And the only people that you meet are bad people.
Yeah.
That's
all right. That's just karma coming back to bite like ridiculous. All right.
I don't know about that. I'm not gonna blame it on karma, but I do say that you surround yourself with the environments that you want to. So if you always surrounding yourself by people that are no good for you, you can't have any good coming to you. But if you're surrounding yourself or even trying to get out of situations where there's nothing but negativity, then at some point karma is going to reciprocate, whether it's via means of the negativity that you're surrounded or by the positive people that you surround yourself.
I'm always the brokest person in the room. I always surround myself with people that got some money. So,
I'm not claiming it. I'm wealthy. I'm wealthy, Lord. I may be going through some financial struggles right now,
what she said.
but I am wealthy.
Right, well, that's what I'm aspiring. That's why I'm in the room with you. That's what I'm trying to get at. All right?
Surround yourself.
Right.
Yes.
That's why I'm surrounded by everybody in here. And also, those of you guys that are listening live, or tell us about, because again, and we'll get out of here in just a couple minutes, but tonight is the night of the Grammys. And then after the Grammys, you guys can go on to YouTube.com and go to the Messiah Wars. Subscribe to the Messiah Wars and watch the second episode. And which the reason why I'm bringing it up is not just because, it's just an awesome movie that you guys should be watching, but Miss Chenequa also had a hand in that. Not only that, but the Last Disciples. But tell people a little bit about that and then why they should subscribe.
Well, shout out to Duran Isabel. That's my brother. I love Duran. I love Duran. That when people say they call Duran and he don't answer, he don't do that to me. So I don't know what y'all be talking about. That's my brother. I love David. I love Jeremy. I love both, all three of them. Those guys are very, very intelligent.
Gosh, they are.
Yeah.
I don't know how.
Gifted.
I don't know
it's
how.
The dreads.
It might
something
just
with
be
the dreads.
the
I'm going mine out this year. Watch.
But
Why you always you
I got dreads. It happened to me too.
That's say have wisdom.
Well, hey, what wisdom? Where you at?
No, you wish somebody came and helped you today. You got them coming. Watch. You got 40 businesses.
But I mean, even with that, Duran has an eye. He has a talent. As far as when he had told us. Just starting with The Last Disciple, from creating the movie to seeing it on the screen, blew me. It blew me. I was just like, wow, we did that. Like, it was an amazing experience with The Last Disciple, and the movie is doing good. They are going to California, I think.
This upcoming weekend.
Upcoming week. To do it at a film festival.
Film festival. 2 nights, Saturday, Sunday and Monday, or 2 nights out there.
Yeah, and unfortunately I can't go due to my life. It's hectic. But, they always know we
because you don't sleep, and when you go into California, you got to sleep. See, if you slept, you'd be able to go, because you don't sleep.
I would love that plane ride. But, he's taking some of the cast. With the Messiah Wars, he said with that, with him and Johnny and, kind of casting and stuff. So I helped with the beginning of it. I couldn't make it to all the episodes. The episodes. But I was there.
But you came to the You had a lot of them. You directed people and hey man, Chenequa don't play. Chenequa got in there and got to yelling at some folks, and it felt like my mama was in the building. He said, sit down, get over there. You sit down, get over there. What you doing? Sit down, get up.
Yeah, me and J Love. That's we always side direct. But even when I watched the first episode of the Messiah Wars, I was just like, wow. I was there with all that. And just putting it out there, it was totally different. So it totally blew my mind. But it didn't blow my mind.
And we was there all night. And Chenequa left. She came. She got everything going. She had to go back and do something. Came back.
Yeah. Stayed all night.
Man, and your dedication is crazy. So why should they subscribe?
Because for one, it's somebody. We all here. Most of the people that are watching are local. You know what I'm saying? The one thing I like about Duran is that he don't leave nobody out. So even if you do music, if you talented, whatever, he always is picking people that's in this community. He can go outside the community, but why? When you got the talent here.
Right.
So from that point, supporting, for one, he's black. For one, he's here in Huntsville.
I don't know any white people with dreads.
And he's humble, and he's very talented. So whatever, I support him from the moon to Jupiter if I have to. And he know I'm always a phone call away. The movie, the YouTube series, definitely has a meaning to it. As if the last disciples had one, the Messiah was gonna have one. And like I told him, I'm done being behind the scenes. I am going to be in the next whatever he has going on. Do you hear me, Duran?
Hey.
But no, I just think people should watch it and support it. It's really a good situation. It's something out of the norm of having the movie just going over to the series.
Right.
And he, if you look at it, it tells the story.
It does. It's Afro-futuristic.
It is very Afro-futuristic. And cinematography is just great. He directed it, the way he wrote it, everything the way it has been put together for a web series coming from an African-American young man, a team of African-Americans, all the way from the casting, directing, the manuscript, the way he put it together. Every piece of this web series is amazing. It is amazing. Duran and his crew. Yeah. I was so excited to know about it, and as many times as he offered me to come and see and sit there, again, my schedule was kind of crazy as well. So the excitement for me to be able to see it come to fruition and see it on the screen, it is amazing. I suggest anybody, I don't care who you are, where you live at, what you do, if you have access, subscribe, support, look at it, and share. And even if you don't know anybody in it, because it is a great series. It ain't got to be.
You don't know anybody in half all the movies that you watch right now. You don't know none of them.
Nobody.
It is a great series. It tells a story. It has a real plot. And the people that are in it that they chose to cast. They fit.
They really do. That's the scary part.
Yes.
That's the scary part about it.
They fit.
Like you never.
They fit, don't they, Mario?
Yeah.
Come on now. They give us a little bit about
the last
disciple.
Real quick,
the Messiah War.
because we're talking about.
It's a great series.
It's a great series. Like just taking it from the perspective of if we start with the quality.
Come on close, baby.
Well, the thing that impressed me the most about Messiah Wars is number one, the quality and the attention to detail that was taken.
Yes.
Great. Like I keep telling them, I enjoy working on the music for it because it's such a good story. On top of it, then the way it was executed, the way he directed it, even down to the acting and the cast.
It's on point.
Yeah, it's on point, and you don't even realize this was shot in Huntsville.
You don't.
Right, you don't.
You're looking at it, you're thinking it's a big MGM and a stage set. You really
and it was
think it's a stage set.
Right, I ain't gonna tell you the location, but most of it was shot in one secular location.
Yes.
What?
Two.
I would say two. Most of it, two.
But it looks like when I watched the first one, I was like,
it's so future. You forget that's where you were.
Yes. I gotta ask, was the music okay?
Oh, yeah,
great. It was on point.
Incredible.
So, Duran, he'll never let us see nothing, see anything.
I got a little peek. I got a little peek. I ain't gonna lie. I got a little bit there.
I ain't peek because I'm a listener. I follow directions, Duran.
I ain't getting no directions.
They already trying to bootleg. You see, he said they already bootlegging the last.
I saw that.
Yeah.
How do you bootleg a home grown movie. Man, yo, come on, man. Come on. That's how you know we making it to the next level.
Right.
When they start to bootlegging it.
But, but like black folks, they ain't bootlegging them. I know they got
I don't even know how, that's what I'm saying. Like, well,
They made uploading on Fire Stick.
Yeah.
You know what I thought? This is crazy. Y'all might think I'm crazy, but I was like, back in the day, they used to take people to jail for bootlegging.
Oh, yeah.
They still
so now,
warning on that?
No, but Fire Stick got all my Fire Stick got all
everything.
public.
Yeah, but they have, it's a way that they're able to do the licensing fee. It's not the original graphics, and there's some things that they do to it once they upload it that is not exactly the same. It looks good on the naked eye, but if you take it behind some of the licensing, even the scoring on the movie, some of the songs they change.
Okay, so they
the original. Yeah.
I was wondering, because I was like, now, Kim, I don't want these folks to come in here and raid my house. They just said they would raid your house. But you didn't come in here taking my fire.
Let's switch.
Right.
I'm just saying, I just don't want nobody coming in there. But anyway, the Messiah Wars, yes. And Mario?
Yes.
Mario.
Man,
that
that music.
Met before.
I
played for Unanimous a long time ago, and I think you hosted that event.
Wow. Man, Chenequa, I told y'all she don't sleep. She all over the place.
Yeah, you hosted it. It was a
birthday band.
Yeah, I played for them and Adia and
Yeah. See? Small world.
It's a small world.
Yeah.
Then I remember seeing it on Facebook. I was like, I know her from somewhere. So then I do my Facebook stalking. You got too many friends.
Right.
Word.
She got too many friends.
Now somebody got to go. Now somebody's gonna have to go because you gotta get Mario. Somebody got to go.
Inbox me tonight.
I will.
Somebody got to go.
If you don't inbox me, we're gonna have problems.
Oh.
I'm about to go do it now.
He gonna be on the inbox because he gonna get that.
And y'all give it up for Mario, man. What's the score on the Side Wars, man? Real talk.
All right, it's
looking for that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm waiting on you.
I'm about to send you a message.
Okay, I got you.
Somebody got to go from Chenequa. Listen, we might just give you $5.
I do that sometimes.
I do too.
Well, I mean, because there's got to be somebody on there that
we
just
working together. I got to know who I'm working with. We got to promote this stuff together, so we got to be on the same thing.
True
Absolutely.
That.
But I
Absolutely,
think
man.
we all in the Messiah Wars chat, and I think
That's probably
why.
so.
Cause you wasn't there too, ain't you?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we, man, it again. I want you guys to go there tonight. Those of you guys that are listening live, and wherever you're listening, it don't even have to be tonight. If you're listening to this now, go to YouTube and search Messiah Wars. I mean, this is again shot in and around Huntsville, Alabama, starring people from the fashion. You just got to look at it. It don't matter where it's from. You just got to check it out because again, there's nothing. I don't think there's nothing out. I'm really thinking hard. Unless you're on the other side of the world, there ain't nothing popular right now that looks like it or even like it. There may be something that came before. There may be something in Tokyo that they're doing.
On a web series.
Yeah.
But there's no web series right now
and since
doing
the
this.
Internet is so popular right now, people are all the time watching YouTube. So you know what I'm saying? So
and it don't feel like a web series. Like I watched it and I was like, that don't feel like 9 minutes. 9 minutes. That felt like a whole episode that you got.
And then I was waiting like, when I got to wait to see the next one.
Right.
I called Duran. I said, Duran, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. What, Nick? I said, you ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Hey, making them wait. Make them wait for it.
Now I'm talking about just the whole overall concept, and I was like, I was there through that whole time, and it just make it.
Oh, bomb.
Like,
Gotta wait for it.
Gotta wait for it.
Yeah.
I'm
watching
Up to me too.
So tonight, you
I got it
guys.
on my timer.
Yeah.
After the Grammys, make sure you guys log on and subscribe, tune in, tell them that you heard about it. Just look and listen and subscribe. Again, it is a Afro-futuristic, sci-fi, action, spiritual. Yes, it is spiritual.
Yeah.
It's not religious. It's spiritual.
Yeah.
It's action.
And we
there's
needed
drama.
that, though.
There's thriller.
Yeah.
Everything, man. Romance.
Yeah.
Finance. There's everything in there going on. So make sure you guys check it out, man.
It's different from if you're looking for reality stuff like the reality shows.
This is far away from that.
Because it ain't got nothing to do with it.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know if it was the first, but one of the scenes that we were shooting, and it felt like you know what the scene. Because I don't want to give anything away out there, but one of the first scenes. It might have been the first day Matter of fact, it was the first day that we were shooting.
When everybody was there.
When everybody was there, like everybody was there, and like the first day, and it was long. It was long. They're always long shoots, but there was a moment where I forgot where I was. I didn't know where I was at. I didn't know where we were. It was just, I looked around, I was like,
you talking about when we did
where am I? Yeah.
When we did the Mannequin Challenge.
Yeah. I was like, what is going, the music playing, the costumes people were wearing. I mean, it literally,
but the
I didn't know where I was at.
Local.
That's what I'm saying. It was like, I knew where I was, but then I'm looking around like, where are we at? What are these people wearing? People had all this crazy makeup on and costumes and the music playing and man, it was ridiculous. So to go to your point, I mean, it takes you somewhere else. This is not a reality TV show. This is not just a web series of some guys shooting something in the back of a whatever. This is going to take you somewhere. This is going to let you escape for about 8.5, 9 minutes. But it's going to feel like an hour and a half. All right? So make sure you guys subscribe. And I want to definitely give it up to our guest, Chenequa.
Thank you, guys.
Farrar.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? Get out there. Give back to your community. Make sure you follow her on Twitter, Facebook. She gave out all her information. You can't do it on Facebook because you can follow, but you can't friend because she's got so many people. Wait, I don't know if I should even put that out there.
No, you can follow me.
Yeah, but you can follow. Yeah, real talk.
Figure out how you follow.
Because there's a lot of people that's my friends that I don't follow because y'all don't be talking about nothing. Matter of fact, I need to get rid of some of y'all today. Just start talking about something. I said it in a nicer way. Just start talking about something. We can still be friends. All right. So, In Tune with T-Mill, man, and of course, I've got Miss JQ in the building, producer of the show. The show is produced by.
Thank you to JQ and T-Mill.
Absolutely, man. Produced by JQ and powered by the Maitland Conservatory, the MaitlandConservatory.org. Make sure you guys visit it. I said visit it and visit the MaitlandConservatory.org. They did the score, the music that you hear in the Messiah Wars. The Maitland Conservatory strives to bring inner talents to fruition. It is a community-based contemporary arts education entity designed to give students hands-on training and experience in areas such as music production, contemporary instrumental training, vocal coaching, leadership. A lot of y'all need vocal coaching. Just real talk. A lot of y'all need some vocal coaching. Real talk. Stop using auto-tune. A lot of y'all need some vocal coaching. Look, listen. Hey, man, if your mama don't tell you, I'm going to tell you now. Get some vocal coaching. What makes Maitland Conservatory unique is their specialized curricula, their growth, their matriculation concept, their infusion of positivity, and their foundational edifice, which is leadership and the core connection. Make sure you visit them now. Tell them that T-Mill sent you. And In Tune with T-Mill is brought to you by Miss JQ for your needs in business, modeling, fitness, healthy living, and wine. Is that Wednesday? Is that Wednesday this week?
Wednesday.
I know it. I got it on my calendar. Healthy living and wine. I'm just there for the wine because I ain't living healthy.
What time did that start?
It starts at 6:30 on Wednesday.
Oh man, I can't. I be at 3208. That's all. Hey, make sure y'all come to 3208 if y'all don't come to Wine Down.
3208.
3208. Come there on Tuesday. We got
Taco Tuesday. Taco Tuesday.
At 5. And then on Wednesday we got Penny Beer. That starts at 8. Yeah, 8. Okay. Penny Beer. You got Bud Light, Budweiser, so make sure y'all come out there then. And then, Fridays, we got Infatuated Friday. We had K. Michelle.
How was K. Michelle there? How was the K. Michelle event?
Oh, my God. I see, since you told me I can't sing and need vocals. But
no, go ahead. Come on now.
No,
come on, because somebody might be listening.
Can't raise a man. But K. Michelle, the city came out. The city really came out and supported
K. Michelle.
Crazy. I think that was one of the biggest right now, that the city has had. And when I tell you she promoted enough to where we didn't even have to promote.
Nice.
She promoted. I've never seen an artist, and I've met plenty of them, that promote like that. Most artists, they promote the day of.
Yeah. Up to. Right.
Yeah.
They never do that.
She promoted. She was promoting every other day. And just her, she just came Michelle.
She
came Michelle. Like, that's still my girl. I rock with her. I rock with it.
What you see is what you get. Came through and lit the city up, man. 3208, man. And for the people that's in Huntsville, because you got to get it right, because everybody get the address wrong.
It's 3208 Long Avenue, Huntsville, Alabama. Off
corner of
Triana and Bob Wallace.
Bob Wallace.
Right
corner
there.
of Triana and
The
Bob
old
Wallace.
American Legion. Make sure y'all come out. Right now, 3208 is the biggest talk of the town. It's the move, because it's just where it's at. I mean, you know, you get a good vibe there. It's, you know, it's just.
I heard it's nice on the inside.
Definitely a good
nice
vibe.
and
Laid out.
Music nice.
I'm gonna put my brother on Front Street. All right, so the opening of 3208, the day of, he came down here. It was around Thanksgiving. And so it was Black Friday. I think Black Friday they opened up. So my brother gets down here, and he says, "Yo," he said, "You coming to?" No, I was telling him about. I said, "Hey, you know, if you're trying to go out, this, that, and the other, you know, make sure you get out and go to the opening tonight, whatever he's doing his thing in photography. So make sure y'all hit up Charles Miller Photography out there in the A." So he came from Atlanta. He came down here, and he's, you know, what do I got to do? You know, what's going on tonight? What's popping? Go to 3208. So he go to 3208, and he hits me up, and he goes, "Man, you know, it's cool, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's dope." But, you know, he in Atlanta, so he think, you know,
he think Atlanta.
He thinking Atlanta. Yeah. So he's like, it's cool, but, you know, it's just, you know, it's missing a couple things. You know, it's missing a couple. I said, okay, you know, whatever, cool, bet. So then I go the week, maybe not a week after, probably a couple weeks after. So then I go. And then I'm sitting in there, I'm looking around, I'm like, yo, this is pretty dope. Got the pool tables, it's got the wings on point. First of all, I went on Taco Tuesday. I didn't want the tacos. They had wings. Forget the tacos. Damn the tacos. I wanted the wings. Yeah. So I get the wings. A shout out to Timmy Lee and shout out to Munchies, man, for all the food that they got. But then I see Chenequa, and she politely invited me to take a tour. So then we walking around. I called my brother when I walked out of there. I said, bro, you realize you went on the opening night. You didn't see the whole club. You didn't get the whole experience. So now you got to come back. So then I showed him I sent him the video of the tour of the club and whatnot. This dude said, "Oh, I'm coming back this weekend." He said, "Oh, they look lit." He's coming back because I did an interview with Aisha Diaz, and he loves Aisha Diaz.
Also, you got the
I did an interview with Aisha.
She's really nice.
Yeah, she is dope, man. Real down to earth. Like is you know, as far as you know models and you know people that's traveling as much as she is and everywhere that she's been published. Because at the time I didn't think I was gonna get the interview because she's been published everywhere, and she did a little interview with a dude from Alabama. But when he saw that and he was like, "Yo, I'm coming back," so he came back this weekend. I gotta hit him up and see. He was like, "Man," but I sent him the video, the commercial that dropped. So make sure y'all go out and check out 32. He said, "Man," he said, "Where's that?" I said, "It's the same spot that you went to." He said, "Oh man, I'm slipping."
But you know the videos and you know the videos that you see is pretty much that. That's for real. Yeah, that's for real.
They look sexy, man. Man,
we have a certain look. You know, we come in there, we're dressed up. You know, as far as that, because we want you to give that experience. People always call me, "Oh, you gotta wear certain things. You gotta no." But if your staff is dressed like that. And you greet people, because if you notice, if you come through the VIP,
we ain't downtown.
I greet everybody that comes into that door on that VIP section, and I sit them down, and I give them that experience. You know what I'm saying?
When I sit my partner there, my partner said, "Yo," he said the bouncer look good. He hit me up. He said, because you know they got the guy and the girl. He said, "Yo," he said the bouncer look good.
Yeah, we just want everybody to have a different experience. You know, we're gonna take the negative with the positive with the negative, and you know we're gonna continue to be 3208. So
that's what I'm talking about.
I mean, you know, as far as that has been successful, shout out to my brothers Biz and Nate. They are doing a fantastic job. Fantastic. So you know.
And it's good because that you guys are bringing an integrity, you know, to the city, and one that you know has been missing for a while.
Right.
And by that I mean somewhere that's again that you can go out, have a good time, and that you can look good, feel good, and nobody feels out of place. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Music.
Nobody feel in the
the music, because we got
DJ Infamous.
He came in last night. He was cool, but on Fridays we got Caesar. That's what we up. So, you know what I'm saying? You got that that music selection of everything. And then on Saturdays we got Illy. So we got we got a nice selection of music, and they take it back, they bring it back, they take it back. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You are known to have a good time. Even like last night, Darren Stewart with the Broncos that came in last night. He brought his sister them in there, and they they was just cool. I was like, y'all cool, yeah. I said, y'all want to play some old school? She looked at me and said, I ain't know. I said, I ain't either, but I like old school. And she was like, no. Then I walked off and I came back. She was like, I am really having fun. Like, she was just having fun because she liked the music.
It's the atmosphere. Once again, from the staff and from what you guys are doing, by setting that standard so high and having that homegrown feel to it, to where everybody feels in place.
Right.
It just goes a long way.
Right.
And there's a lot, man, I'm sorry, y'all, but just keeping it all the way funky with you, there's a lot of places that you can go out and be entertained or go to a club, but it's an experience, and you have to do that from the front door to the bathroom to the alley in the back, if there's an alley, or the gravel or whatever. And all that's got to be cohesive. And with you guys doing that and just keeping it at a respectable, high level of integrity, and just keeping it all the way lit, man. So...
I'm gonna let business naked they gonna tell y'all.
Right, because they'll be here.
They coming. Shout out to all my Circle Winners family. I love y'all to death. I do.
Absolutely, man. All right, and then for y'all listening, fellas, I need some 3208 shirts for the ladies of the show, man. I need some, for the staff. I got a jersey on the last show, and I feel bad because now I need my staff to get some shirts, man. I should have just left it at that. But into with T-Mill, man. Again, if you guys are listening, if you have any questions for Chenequa, make sure you hit her up. I really appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Chenequa, I appreciate you for coming through. This is your platform. Use us. Whatever you got to bring to the people in the announcements. You want to get something off your chest. You want to just make an announcement. Any brand new news, or just to come in and check in.
Because you always repost or post something, regardless of who it is or however. I'm like, TV has posted it. You always doing that. So shout out to you for supporting everybody.
I'm trying to keep up with you. That's all.
Connecting everybody, because you do that. That's what. Ever since I met you, that's what he does. Yeah, because you done plugged me into some people too.
And Matt, that's what I was gonna say earlier. One thing that I'm gonna leave y'all with this, because one thing that you told me, and you may not remember, this was some years ago. This was at an open mic event. That's how long ago it was. Well, not that long ago.
Yeah.
But one thing that I think a lot of people need to take as far as business advice, and you told me this, is playing your position.
Yeah.
And you didn't say it like that, but you was telling me was, T-Mill, you were giving me advice. We were doing the hosting. We were doing the ciphers, and we were doing the ciphers and doing these different things. And we had a talk, and we were talking about it and doing different things. And I was asking you for advice on a couple things, because I was just getting started at that time as well. And the advice you gave me was, learning how to play your position and find that thing that you're good at and do it. Find that lane and then stay in that lane and then play your position, and don't get too caught up, you know what I'm saying, in the notoriety or the recognition and this, that, and the other. And watching you as you grow, and I'm like, that's the advice that she gave me. That's the advice that I'm going to keep, and that's where I'm gonna take it. So I appreciate that, and thank you for giving me that, and I want y'all to take that as well, because it worked for me. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. So In Tune with T-Mill. Also, the audio that you guys are hearing is provided by PalisadeHills.net. I cannot forget about PalisadeHills.net for your audio licensing needs. Stop stealing music off of line and off of YouTube and putting it in your videos and putting it in your radio shows and your videos, all that stuff. Get you some royalty-free music from PalisadeHills.net. All right, before some of these artists come around and sue y'all. All right, so shout out to y'all. Thank y'all for listening. We'll see you on the next episode of In Tune with T-Mill. I'm not going to tell y'all who the guest is. You just need to stay subscribed. Subscribe on iTunes, Spreaker, SoundCloud, wherever you're listening from. And if there's somewhere that you're want to listen to and you don't find us there, let me know, and then we'll get it taken care of. All right, subscribe, ParadoxEast.com, and we are out.